Morning, everyone. My name is Roxana Aparicio. I am a bilingual teacher, preschool, for the full expansion program at McCleery School. I feel honored to be here with you this morning, and of course, I'm not nervous at all in front of 1,000 people. Eyes on me. ¿Por qué? Why? The word "porque" has two meanings in my native language, Spanish. It can be asked as a question and mean why, but it can also be an answer, because. For example, the sentence, "Why you didn't come to school yesterday?" would be asked, "¿Por qué no viniste ayer a la escuela?" And it responds, "Because I was sick," will be answered, "Porque estaba enfermo." Throughout the course of our lives, many questions arise, questions with answers, which define our purpose in life. I had a difficult childhood. We were a family of 5, a homeless family. We had no close relatives or friends, and we would often move to strange places. I completed my elementary education at 9 different schools. I remember a time when I was just 10 years old. My mother and I were walking to school, and I asked her, "Why do we have to walk an hour every day to get to school? Why am I always a new girl in class? Why not quit school so I can start working and I can help with the home expenses?" And my mother replied, "Because education is the key to success in the future, and this is the only inheritance that we can leave you with." Why did I decide to become a teacher? Because I wish to inspire children, children without hope, children like me. I was fortunate enough to have wonderful teachers that made a great impact in my life. These teachers helped me realize my purpose and achieve my full potential. I decided to become a teacher because teachers can change lives. My first teaching job was as a rural teacher in Mexico. On my first day, I had to travel 4.5 hours to get to my class. 3 hours hitchhiking, followed by 5 miles walking up a mountain. And I was just 19 years old then. As I made the long journey, I kept asking myself, what am I doing here? My question was soon answered when I arrived, and I was greeted by 21 smiling faces, my students, each one ready to learn. So the next day, we transformed that big chart of a tree into a classroom, pairs of rocks and planks of wood into benches, and dirt and twigs into pencils and papers. The rest was just learning. As an immigrant, I understood why learning English was so important, because I did not want to spend the rest of my life working at a factory. When I arrived to this country, I brought with me an envelope which contained the key to my future, my teaching degree. If I knew it, if I ever want to use it here in this country, I will have to learn English. Learning English as an adult was not easy. Along the way, I came to learn that I do not have to be ashamed of my accent. Having an accent signifies that I speak a second language, a skill not many other people might have. Why do I prefer teaching preschool? Because preschool is not just play all day long. This is my 30th year of teaching experience. I have taught kindergarten, first grade, and preschool. Preschool is the foundation of education. It sets the pillars of both social, emotional development and academic success. If you have ever thought that a student in your class might not have benefited much from attending preschool because their academic skills are still behind level, just imagine how these skills were when this student first came into a preschool classroom. Never underestimate the power of preschool. Why we must continue to participate in professional development? Because we must continue to grow alongside our students. We, as a teachers, must set the example of a growth mindset so as not to foster students with a fixed mindset. In order for this to happen, we must be open to change and to learning from one another. Why am I standing here in front of 1,200 people when I have never given a speech in my life before? Because I want to share a bit of my humbling experience, and I wish to remind you how important all your work, your hard work as a teacher is. Your dedication, your voice, and your passion has a great meaning in life, and it can be an answer to a child's "porqué." And so, my fellow teachers, please be more sensitive with your ELL students, as they're learning a second language, and this is not something that occurs overnight. Being bilingual is an admirable trait, and it is a great achievement that deserves to be recognized. Thank you. Gracias.